In Karuba, players will lead a team of 4 explorers trying to find 4 hidden temples on an island, as well as pick up some gold nuggets and crystals along the way. The player who has the highest score at the end of the game will win. Each gold nugget you collect is worth 2 points, each crystal is worth 1 point, and each artifact that you find by getting an explorer to the temple of the corresponding color will give you points based on the number on that artifact. The sooner that you get that explorer to that temple, the higher your score will be. On each turn in Karuba, the player who you designate as the leader of the expedition will draw a tile from their stack of tiles. Every tile in this game will have a number printed in the top left corner. After the leader draws their tile, each other player will find the tile that they have that also has the same corresponding number. It will look exactly the same as the leader's tile. Then, simultaneously, each player will decide what they want to do with their tile. For each tile, you have 2 options. You can either take that tile and place it on any unoccupied space on your grid. If that tile has a gold nugget or a crystal pictured on it, you can take that thing and place it onto that tile. Playing a tile onto your grid is the first thing that you're going to do and what you're mostly going to do during the game. There are no rules as to where tiles can be placed. However, tiles must be placed such that the number is pointing towards the top left corner of your board. But you'll note that the little roads on tiles do not have to match up with the tiles around them. That's totally okay. Now, after you've played a few tiles, you may have created a path for one or more of your explorers to move along during the game. On a turn, if you draw a tile and you decide you don't want to use that tile, you can discard that tile in order to move one of your explorers a number of spaces. The number of spaces you get to move is the number of edges of that tile that the paths on that tile touch. For example, if I discarded tile number 12, I would be able to move 1 explorer up to 3 spaces. I'm going to choose to discard tile number 12 in order to move the yellow explorer 3 spaces along this path that I have created for it. If an explorer lands on a space that has a gold nugget or a crystal, then you get to collect that gold nugget or crystal and add that to your score. Explorers can only move along paths on tiles that you have placed along the board. Explorers also cannot move through each other and cannot jump over each other, so you may have to plan ahead as to how each of your explorers are going to maneuver around each other on the board. That's most of the game. You're going to continue to play, the leader will draw a tile, every other player will find that tile, and you will either place that tile somewhere on their board or discard that tile in order to move one of their explorers. If a player manages to get their explorer to one of the temples on their turn, then they will take the topmost, highest scoring artifact of that color and place it in their score pile as well. It is very possible that multiple players might reach a temple on the same round of the game. If that happens, all of those players will score the same number of points. They will each take an artifact from the pile corresponding with that temple's color. However, the players who take lower scoring artifacts will also take a number of crystals to make up for the difference in score between those artifacts. The game will continue until either all 36 of the tiles in the game have been played, or until a player has had all 4 of their explorers reach the temples corresponding with those explorers' colors. That's the end of the game. At the end, players will tally their score, which again is the sum of the numbers on their artifacts, as well as 1 point for every crystal they have and 2 points for every gold nugget. The player who has the highest score wins the game. If there's a tie, the player who played more tiles onto their board is the winner of the game, and if it's still a tie, then the players share the victory.